Hello again, Mr. Martino here for your favorite teacher. We're going to look at algebra today and factorizing expressions. Factorizing is the opposite of expanding brackets. If you haven't looked at our expanding brackets video, I suggest you do so now. If you have, to factorize an expression, you take an expanded expression and create something with brackets. So in other words, we're going in the opposite direction. So let's take an example. So we know that if we expanded 5 bracket 2a plus 3, we will get 10a plus 15. So this is called expanding. Factorizing is going in the opposite direction. So in other words, if I asked you to factorize 10a plus 15, what you need to do is you need to first of all think, what is the highest common factor of 10 and 15? In this case, the highest common factor is 5. So we would write 5 with a bracket. And now we're going to put into the bracket all the other things that would multiply by 5 to give us 10a plus 15. So the first thing is 5 times what gives us 10a? And that answer should be 2a. So 5 times 2a is 10a. And then we think 5 times what gives us 15? Obviously the answer would be 3. So if we look at our answer, it's the opposite of what we did previously, but we get the same result. Let's take a look at a slightly harder one now. Once again, if we had to expand 6a bracket 2 plus 3a close bracket, it would expand to 12a plus 18a squared. So we know that's what it actually expands to. Therefore, that is expanding. So when we factorize, we're going to go in the opposite direction. So in other words, if I say factorize 12a plus 18a squared, once again we have to look at what are the factors that are the same of 12a plus 18a squared. So the highest common factor of 12 and 18 is 6. And I know that there is an a in both of the expressions. So in other words, the highest common factor of 12a and 18a squared is 6a. So I put 6a and then I put a bracket. And once again, I think, what should I multiply 6a by to give me 12a? The answer therefore would be 2. I look at 6a and I think, how would I get 18a squared if I multiplied something by 6a? And the thing I would need to multiply by 6a is 3a. So therefore, I would get the result I expect. So by factorizing an expression, you were able to put into smaller numbers that are divided by brackets or separated by brackets, and that's what we mean by factorizing. So let's take a look now at some questions. The questions range from, on the left, simple ones, to going across on the right, harder ones. And I suggest you try to do all of them. This should take you about 15 to 20 minutes. So you can pause the video at this point in time until you've done them. Okay, we can now take a look at the answers and you can check what you've done. So check your answers, make sure that you understand what you've done, and if you haven't gotten all, try some again. Hope this was helpful. This is Mr. Martino for your favorite teacher.